Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so does anybody remember what song this is based off of? We talked about it a little bit last time. Flight of the Bumblebee, right. And I know that not many of you have heard of it, so we are going to take a little bit of a listen to it once this gets working. We're going to come over here so you can all hear it. Okay, so this is a band playing it, and there's a solo clarinet. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, really fast. So we have a little easier version. So the themes that we kind of briefly touched on last time were the fast, or the somewhat fast running notes that everybody has once in a while. So the trumpet has them, the clarinets and the flutes start with them in measure 9. And they're all based on the chromatic scale. So does everybody learn how to play the chromatic scale in their lessons, right? We're all working on those in our lessons. So we're going to practice our chromatic scale. So we're going to start on our B-flat tuning note, and we're going to play it in half notes, okay? So everybody play our B-flat tuning note. Play our B-flat tuning note. Alright. And we're going to play it half notes all the way up to our B-flat, and then coming back down. Okay? 1 octave. Right? Let's try it. Okay. Alright, good job. You're kind of phrasing it. That sounds really good. So we're kind of leaning into the bigger picture. And the brass have the downbeats with you of the measures. So if you lean into those, they're going to help you accent those, the first beats of the measures. So now, let's get the brass in there and tenor saxophone, measure 21 to 23. So let's start there for you guys. 21 to 23. Everybody find it? Yeah? Okay. Ready? Alright. Good job. So the low brass has more of like the empowering figure that moves us along. And then the horn and the trumpets have the actual figure. So let's try it one more time. Jazzy style theme. In measure 37 through 40 is where everybody has it. And that one has like an accent sort of thing and a tenuto marking, which is like the long line. So does everybody want to find that? 37 through 40. 37 to 40. Okay, and again, the low brass and woodwinds have just the constant notes, quarter notes underneath us, and they're just going to keep us going. So focus on getting all together. So the accent, so we need to make sure it's like da, 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 da. Like we need to make sure we have the staccato and the accent. Do da. All right, so play it one more time. So, at the beginning, we start out with the woodwinds and some of the lows, the low brass, and then the horn does come in, and the tenor sax later, and we build to forte, then we go right back down to quiet, right? See that? Okay, and then measure 9, we have different dynamics, and then everybody kind of goes at has different dynamics throughout the piece. Why? Because we're bringing out different parts. So this time we're going to play it from the beginning to the end if we have time, and we're going to focus on bringing out our parts because they're important at different times. Because when we have a theme, that's more important. The lows, yeah, they're important because they're bringing us through, but maybe not important at all times, okay? So we're going to play it from the beginning. How much time do you have?
You have about a minute and a half.
Okay, we're going to play the beginning part of it then.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try it one more time, okay? All right, beginning one more time.
That's your time. That's what the bells sound like.